Did you know there is a hidden elf village with a questline that you can easily miss in Dragon's Dogma 2 that is incredibly important? Now also, if you're trying to make the most powerful mage or sorcerer in the game, you're going to need access to this village, and you're going to need to learn the Elvish language. With this questline, we're also going to get a port crystal. These things are absolutely amazing. If you haven't gotten one of these yet, when you use them, they're going to drop down on the ground and you can use them as a fast travel point throughout the world. And what's even better about them is once you're done in a specific area, you can pick it back up and you can use it anywhere else in the world. These are extremely useful, and you only get a few of them during your playthrough. This also holds the Elven Smithy, which will give you extremely big bonuses to your magic damage and magic defense. If we go to enhance our equipment, you can see that we get a massive boost to our magic damage. So the Elven Smithing greatly increases magic and magic defense, but has little effect on strength and defense. If we were to be upgrading in Vernworth, we would be getting a bonus to strength and magic. The bonus to magic is going to be less than the one with the Elven bonuses. It doesn't seem like that big of a difference at first, but when you go to maximize the weapons to the final level, the Elven boost will be much higher. So upgrading your equipment here can actually give you a pretty significant benefit to your magic damage, as well as if you're trying to fight dragons, perhaps coming here and increasing your magic defense could be extremely useful. There is also quite a few good weapons here, especially if you happen to be a sorcerer or a mage, and there's also quite a few different types of armor here to be bought in as well. And when you first get to this village, anytime you talk to any of the people here, they do speak Elvish, which means you won't actually be able to understand anything that they are saying. So when you go to upgrade stuff, everything's going to be in Elvish as well, or when you go to buy things. This is pretty inconvenient, so we're also going to be showing you how to learn the Elvish language. Now to begin this questline, you're going to need to head to Vernworth, and if you head to the weapon shop, there's going to be an elf hanging out outside. Now, unlike most NPCs that approach you when they have a quest, this one won't. What you need to do is actually talk to this elf. Basically, he's going to explain that he's a complete failure, and he desires a human-made bow to see if he'll unlock his latent abilities at being an amazing elven archer. Now, there's a way to be able to get a bow for free if you don't have one already. If you go to the Vocation Guild, you can unlock the Archer Vocation, you'll get a bow for free, and you can gift this or any other bow to the elf to be able to complete this quest. After this, he's going to tell you that he wishes us to actually teach him how to use the bow, so we're going to have to meet him in a new location north of Vernworth. Now, since we need to teach him how to use the bow, we do actually need to go up there on the archer. So make sure to equip the archer vocation. It doesn't matter what level it is. We're not actually going to need to fight anything for this. And if you don't have a bow, you might need to buy one. Hopefully you found some extras throughout your gameplay. The cheapest bow in Vernworth is 4,240 gold. You can sell it immediately after if you so desire. And the reason why I wanted to gift him the basic archer bow is if we're going to end up having to buy another bow anyways, we might as well be the ones to keep the better one. But once you have the archer equipped, we can go ahead and head out. Now where you're going to need to go is northwest of Vernworth. You can follow this road all the way up. You're going to cross a bridge here, and then we're going to be going to the mountain ruins. Now what he's going to want you to do is just shoot one of these targets. You're going to want to use a steady shot so you can aim and just shoot any of the planks. So basically he just learned that you can aim with a bow, and this completes the quest. You will get 8,500 gold for that, as well as the Ring of Proximity, which is going to offer a greater boost to the strength of bow attacks the closer the wearer is to the target, which is actually a nice boost. Now you're going to want to head back to Vernworth, and if you approach the same weapon stand, this elf is going to be outside of it once again. This time when you approach him, he will begin talking to you, and he wants you to come with him for his trial of archery. Now I wish he would have invited us sooner, because we have to run all the way back up to where we just came from. So once you get up here, there is going to be a chimera nearby. You can defeat this if you want to, but essentially we're going to need to talk to Glindweir, who we then need to accompany to the Elvish village. Now thankfully during this questline, Glindweir will actually translate all of the Elvish dialogue for us. I will still be showing you how to understand Elvish for yourself, so that way anytime you come back to this city, you will be able to talk to anybody, complete any of the missions, as well as be able to understand what you need to upgrade and the things that you can actually buy from this town. Now when we get back to the town, Glindweir's sister is going to have been kidnapped by an ogre. We need to head into the ruins, help the elves save his sister from the ogre. There's a bunch of different things that you can loot in this area as well, and once we complete this mission, we can head back to the Elven City. Once you're back in the Elven Village, there's a few different things you can do. If you head back to the sister that you saved, you can start a whole new quest line, which we're not going to cover in this video, and you can head over to the father, who is actually the Archer Maester, who's going to give you the Archer's final technique. Now, if you are playing a mage or sorcerer, you might want to put a port crystal down so you can easily access the enhancements here if you so desire. And to be able to learn Elvish, you need to go over to the inn And when you talk to the innkeep, you're gonna wanna give her a gift. The first time I talked to her, I gave her an apple, and you're gonna need to do this for 3 days straight. So we're gonna sleep for the night. The next day, I gave her a bunch of flowers. And then on the third day, I gave her another bunch of flowers as well. And as long as you do this 3 days in a row, as a reward for falling in love, she's gonna give you a tome that'll teach your pawn how to understand Elvish, and they'll translate for you anytime you're in this area. So Karen can now speak Elvish. Karen is just getting more and more handy every day. Now that we understand Elvish, our life in the city is going to be much better. We can actually tell the names of things. When we go to enhance our equipment, we can actually see what the items we need are. Like now I can see that I need Moonglow and magic metals to be able to upgrade my Solar Numen. And doing this early in the game will give you access to some really powerful weapons, especially if you are a mage or sorcerer. You're not going to find any better weapons than this until you get to Back Batal, which depending on how you're playing through the game can take a long time to get to. Plus, in my opinion, these are some of the coolest looking mage weapons that you can get until much later in the game. Plus, this is where you can buy the arcane hat, which if you want to look like a true wizard, this is going to be the hat for you. There's also a ring of articulacy here that's going to reduce the time it takes to incant your spells. So if you want another one of these, you can get them here. There's also the ring of percipience here, which boosts magic. There's also the ring of percipience here that boosts magic damage. Now, hopefully this video helped you all out. There will be plenty more Dragon's Dogma 2 tutorials in the very near future, and hopefully I'll see you all in the next one.